When the monsoon clouds gather, and the scent of earth rises with the rain, India enters one of the most sacred times of the year, Sawan, also known as Shravan Maas. It is not just a month, it is a spiritual season, a divine offering of time itself to Mahadev, Lord Shiva, the cosmic destroyer and redeemer. Across villages and cities, rivers and forests, the air reverberates with chants of Ha Ha Mahadev and Bol Bam. But why is this month so deeply tied to Shiva? What happened in Sawan that changed the fate of gods and humans alike? This is not just faith. It is myth, legend, and timeless devotion woven into one. The story of Sawan begins in the heavens, when the Devas, gods, and Asuras, demons, churned the cosmic ocean, Samudra Manthan, in search of Amrit, the nectar of immortality. The churning was fierce, shaking the three worlds. But before the Amrit emerged, a deadly poison, Halahala, rose from the depths, threatening to destroy all of creation. None could withstand it. Terrified, the gods rushed to Mahadev, the eternal ascetic meditating in the Himalayas. Shiva, in his infinite compassion, consumed the poison to save the universe, but instead of swallowing it, he held it in his throat, turning it blue. From that moment, he became known as Neelkanth, the blue-throated one. To cool the burning heat of the poison, the gods and goddesses offered water from sacred rivers upon his head. Since then, the month of Shravan, when the Samudra Manthan occurred, has been dedicated to pouring Gangajal over Shiva's lingam to relieve his suffering and honor his sacrifice.
Sawan, which typically falls between July and August, is considered the holiest time to worship Lord Shiva. It is said that during this month, the earth is closest to the moon, and the lunar energy, considered calming and spiritual, enhances meditation and devotion. Every Monday during this month is celebrated as Sawan Somwar, a day when devotees fast, visit Shiva temples and offer belpatra, milk, honey and water to the Shiva lingam. Devotees believe that observing fasts and chanting Shiva's names during Sawan brings blessings, health, peace and prosperity, and removes past karmic debts. Women especially fast and pray for marital bliss, long life of their husbands, and even for getting a good life partner, invoking stories of how Parvati herself observed penance and fasting to win Shiva's heart.
Once upon a time, goddess Parvati, daughter of King Himavan, was determined to marry Lord Shiva. Though Shiva had renounced the world, Parvati's love and faith were unshakable. She withdrew into the forests and undertook intense penance, tapasya, for years, surviving on leaves, then nothing at all. She meditated, chanted Shiva's name, and stood still through scorching summers and heavy monsoons. Many say this happened during the month of Sawan. Finally, Shiva was moved by her unwavering devotion. He appeared before her and accepted her as his consort. Their marriage became the divine union of Shakti and Shiva, the feminine and masculine energy of the universe. Even today, women fast during Sawan to emulate Parvati's devotion, hoping for love, harmony, and spiritual union in their own lives.
One of the most iconic sites of Sawan is the Kanwar Yatra, where millions of saffron-clad devotees called Kanwaryas walk barefoot, sometimes for hundreds of kilometers, to fetch water from holy rivers like the Ganga, Yamuna, and Narmada. This water is then carried in kanwars, decorated yokes, and offered at Shiva temples, especially in places like Haridwar, Deoghar, Baijnath, and Kashi. The sound of drums, chants of Bol Bam, and the sight of disciplined devotees marching through highways and jungles creates a spiritual spectacle. These yatras are not just pilgrimages. They are acts of surrender, discipline, and deep love for Mahadev.
Sawan is filled with divine celebrations. Each Sawan Somwar is sacred, but the final Monday, Shravan Shivratri, holds special power. Temples remain open all night. Devotees chant Om Namah Shivaya, light diyas, and stay awake singing bhajans. Nag Panchami is another important festival when snakes, associated with Shiva, are worshipped as guardians and divine beings. In some regions, Raksha Bandhan and Haryali Tej also fall in this month, linking the themes of love, family, and protection. The color green, the scent of jasmine, and the sight of fasting women in vibrant saris praying under peepal trees becomes a defining image of rural and devotional India during Sawan.
Sawan is more than a month. It is a living dialogue with divinity, a time when the skies open, the rains cleanse, and the hearts seek blessings from Mahadev. It is a period when mythology comes alive in every chant, every temple bell, and every drop of sacred water offered to the Lord who drank poison for the sake of all life. As you light a diya this Sawan, remember the tales of Neelkanth and Parvati's tapasya. Remember that true devotion requires patience, love and surrender. And if you find yourself walking in the rain, barefoot chanting Shiva's name, know that you walk in the footsteps of gods and legends. Like, share and comment. What's your favorite Sawan memory or story? And don't forget to subscribe for more spiritual journeys through India's ancient past.